Careers are a long journey. We get hired, we get fired, we get transferred functionally, sometimes geographically. We get promoted, we are given a team to manage. Sometimes we have a smaller team to manage, a larger team to manage. We are given targets to achieve. In this whole process, there is an element that has to be embedded, that will unleash your potential, and that element is coaching. We all have our performances appraised. What really is performance? Achieving numeric numbers that was given, that's what generally the corporate world accepts to be a performance. But what do you measure when you evaluate the performance? You need to evaluate what actually contributed to achieving that performance. What is the self-strength, the attribute, the skill, the attitudes that brought in? We always look at strengths and weaknesses when we do appraisals. But are we looking at somebody's competence in relation to performance? How does my competence add up to my performance? You see, one of the things that you always look at is in measuring the performance is what would be the industry growth? I mean, what happens if you just stay put in a position? There will be growth because industry anyway grows. That is the organic or the natural growth. Performance must be over and above that growth. Now, often we set targets to managers saying 10% over last year. But if the industry moves 20% over last year, then you are underperforming. But you still get rewarded because you have got that 10% target that's set for you. So firstly, the people who set the target must understand what is performance. Performance is when you overrun the industry growth rate. Otherwise, you don't need to be there. It will anyway grow. You can just stay put and you will grow. So how do you coach people to perform? A coach would first tell him what the indicators are, what the expectations are. Set the expectations right. What is industry growth? What is your contribution? What skills do you have that you can bring out? And he wouldn't tell you. But he will have an inquiry, he'll have a curiosity to find out what you got. When you realize that you have that ability, then nothing will stop you from performing. A coach who works with you to enhance your performance is someone consistently reflects on who you are, and repeatedly make you believe what you got. And that gives you the confidence for you to go out and do it. It is only when you recognize your potential and you can bring that potential out to the track that you perform. So recognition leads to confidence. Confidence leads to belief. Belief leads to performance. Get yourself coached to identify how best you can perform and why you have been underperforming. Performance is when you bring your full potential out, not when you hit the target. Sometimes you may be hitting the target, but not up to your potential. What does it do to you? If you are not recognized your potential, but still being rewarded because you hit the target, you are not going to raise your bar. If you raise the bar, you stretch. When you stretch, you discover. When you discover, you demonstrate. When you demonstrate, you feel satisfied. So get yourself coached. Coach your performance is not about getting reward, but about recognizing what you're good at and how to bring it out.